I'm back where I started. I couldn't have ever said 2 years ago that I would be back here. I was born in Salford, born and bred, and that's where I've lived most of my life. Growing up there, it was probably the biggest community I've been in, and if something's going on, everyone wants to join in and help, which was really nice to be part of.
England international Tysh Harper began her rugby journey close to home in the northwest of the country. A stint at Loughborough Lightning followed before signing for Sale Sharks ahead of the 2023-24 season, a stone's throw away from where it all began.
The first time I turned up at Eccles was probably when I went to training. We turned up there and I remember it because we were doing full contact, and obviously I'd never played in my whole life before, and I just went in and it just ran in there. I think Eccles as a club is everything that you think about when you imagine a rugby club. Having a club like that is good for the community and the local area, especially young girls, because when I first started, I think their youngest team was under 13s, which they had like 5 people, if that. But now going back there, seeing that they've got like minis playing of girls and stuff like that, it's really nice to see, and I think it shows how much women's sport has evolved over the years. When I was growing up, I didn't really have anyone that inspired me. It was my brothers, but now to be like a female athlete that can inspire others, I think it's really important because younger me would have wanted that. Then I moved to Waterloo when I was 18, 19. I think I was there about 2 or 3 years. And then I went to Loughborough Lightning, and I think playing there my first 2 years especially was like some of the best rugby that I've ever played. I wanted to go there to learn from the best people that you could learn from and in the best environment that you could. So going there was like eye-opening, but it was hard having to leave home, especially my mum and my nana. Thinking about it now and speaking to all my friends, and especially a lot of them that play for England and stuff now, a lot of us did originate from the north, but we had to move away because there was no teams. A few years later, I found out that Sale are having a women's team in the Prem, and I was having that realisation when I was finishing uni. I was like, I actually have the possibility to go home. When I finally come back home, it was weird because it was like, oh, I'm not visiting anymore, I'm coming back home and I'm staying here. And it was exciting, like I got like that buzzing feeling because I'm seeing my friends, and it kind of reminded me of the reason why I joined rugby and why I like playing it.
Right, kid, good night.
One of the biggest supporters in my life is my nana. She comes to all the games, sits in the crowd, and you can hear her from a mile away. Doesn't stop shouting, giving the ref nuisance. She's just great. I think hard work and grit does describe Manchester, and if you ask many of the other clubs, that's how Sale's described, and I think that's important because that's part of our DNA as Sharks, and that's something that we pride ourselves off. I think where we are now from where Sale started, I think it's important that everyone sees that we're on a journey and that hard work and grit is what will make us better, and that's why it's so exciting.